Hello! Welcome Pride of Salem members to a video series where we will be giving you updates, interviews, and musical performances by other members of the Pride of Salem. In this video, we are interviewing Caroline Faber. The leadership team has been posted. Congratulations to all of those who made it on the leadership team. But remember, you don't have to have a title in order to be a leader. Next, the opener for the show is here, and Mr. Wright and Mr. Graham are just making a few more adjustments before they're ready to post it. Now, a musical performance by Caroline Faber. We just watched you perform, what was it called?
All is Well.
All is Well. Can you tell us a little bit about why you chose to play that?
Well, that's actually in a Christmas book, a Christmas piano book that I have, and it's just a great arrangement of the song. It's not necessarily a Christmas song, but I think it's kind of appropriate for the time.
Yeah,
For the
feels
for
like
the
we're on Christmas
current.
break forever.
Yeah, because March was like 90 days long. So it's just a little reminder that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, eventually. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to be.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the song about? Is there any words to it?
All I know is it goes, all is well, and then I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
So it repeats this title over and over again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's great.
So is piano like one of your main instruments? I know you play French horn, but and also like every other instrument, but
not really. French horn is my main instrument, and piano is my it's it's like my secondary instrument. It's what I listed when I was signing up for JMU things.
Hmm.
It's what I listed as my secondary instrument.
JMU. Well, let's talk about JMU some.
Let
Um, so I know your brother went
Yeah,
to JMU. So tell
he's
us a little bit.
currently at JMU.
Currently, what he's going to be a
Well,
senior?
online. Yeah, he's going to be a senior next year when I'm a freshman.
Okay, so tell us about like why you chose JMU and what you're going to do.
Well, first of all, it was kind of well, I'm like a legacy at JMU.
Oh,
One
it
of
wasn't
my
a choice.
yeah, one of my grandparents went there. Both of my parents were some sort of music major there. My uncle went there, played trumpet in the Marching Royal Dukes or the MRDs, and my brother's there, and he's minoring in jazz studies
Mhm.
and is currently in the MRDs playing alto. Well, he plays alto in the jazz ensemble, but plays tenor in the marching band.
And he did
So
which saxophone first? Alto? Was it
yeah, he
alto?
plays alto in the jazz ensemble and
Okay.
tenor. He's one of the tenor section leaders there.
Oh, that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
Because I know that to be like any section leader, you have to be really good for the
Hmm.
JMU marching
Yep.
roll. Are you going to be playing mellophone?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Um, as of right now, I'm auditioning for front ensemble because I mean, I've never really been a huge fan of marching.
Yeah.
I've always liked the music aspect of marching band more.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, well, front ensemble, no marching, pretty much all music.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of perfect. So
That's,
yeah, I'm working on the audition stuff for that now. But if that falls through, then I'll absolutely do mellophone, and I'm sure I'll love it.
yeah. I mean, being part of that huge band anyway is like one of the best experiences I've heard. You planning to do? What is your major and minors you're going to do at JMU?
Well, I'm going to major in music education, and I'm actually an undeclared minor right now, so I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm kind of just going through my options. I've
Mhm.
thought about minoring in German, psychology, political
There's a
science.
lot of stuff out there.
I know, yeah. But the latest thing that I've kind of landed on is minoring in composition.
You learn music education when you're majoring in that. Do you also learn theory and stuff like that too, not just learning how to teach it?
Yes, you have to learn um, everything that you have to teach before you get to the teaching part, is what I understand.
Okay,
Yeah, so music majors actually have the heaviest schedule of any major at JMU.
because there's so
Yay!
much stuff you have to learn.
So much stuff, yeah. But yeah, you have to take piano classes. You have to learn all the instruments, and you have to be proficient at all of them to be able to teach them. Um, Definitely some higher, much higher levels of music theory. The second and third years of being a music ed major. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And now, did anyone in your family before do music education?
Yeah, like I said before, yeah, my parents were both some type of music majors, but my dad was a music business major, so more of a management type style, managing not necessarily like a band manager, but
Mhm.
just for like a studio, something like that. He would handle all of the legal things. My mom was a music education major.
Oh, that's cool. So,
Yeah.
did she help you decide what you were going to do?
Um, I mean, not really like she didn't like sit down with me and go, "All right, let's think through this." No, I mean, she's taught piano lessons for forever. She doesn't anymore, but she used to teach them for a really long time.
Mhm.
And I mean, me being around that since I was born, like obviously that has something to do with it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
she might have influenced you, but not helped you choose it.
Right. Yeah, I made this decision when I was in 7th grade. I knew that this was it.
Speaking of, marching band, that's probably why we're here, first off. What are some things that you like about, let's say, JMU marching band versus the Pride of Salem marching band? Like, what's different? What attracts you to both?
Well, I don't know too much about the JMU marching band. I'll be able to answer that question better in about a year.
Yeah.
But well, just from what I've seen, I've done a couple of the JMU band days and just things like that where I get to experience like a little chunk of what being in that band is like. And from what I've seen, um, they're a little crazy,
A little
but
crazy.
they're a little crazy. But I mean, that's probably the biggest difference between Salem and JMU is Salem is little more reserved, definitely more aware of how everyone else sees us.
Hmm.
We definitely want to represent ourselves well. Um, and JMU certainly represents themselves well. They're fantastic, but um, they're just a little crazier.
They represent something different. More about the Pride of Salem. Can you tell us about some of your experiences? Your most
um,
embarrassing moment, let's say.
uh, Most embarrassing moment actually happened at the JMU drum major camp. We were there for 6 days.
Hmm.
That's just where we learn how to conduct, get a sense of what the responsibilities of being drum major are. It's fantastic that Salem provides that for the drum majors. It's
Hmm.
so much fun. Anyways, the I think it was the first or second day that we were there. We were there in the morning, about ready to start a conducting rehearsal, and Emma and I have the same birthday. I'm 2 hours older than her, and it was our birthday. And her mom told Cody, who was one of the drum majors assisting there, and he got the entire group of drum majors, probably well over 100 people, to um, sing, well, more like shout, but sing happy birthday to us in a huge circle with us in the middle. And it was awful.
That sounds
It was
really
so bad.
embarrassing. Like, especially because it's strangers and you don't know any of them.
Exactly.
And there's probably a reason why they're in band.
Yeah,
Um,
they were not meant for choir, but
yeah,
it's okay.
it is. Well, were y'all mad at Emma's mom or Cody?
Yeah, I was more mad at Cody for that.
Yeah, because he had the control of whether to do it or not.
It was hilarious after it all, but definitely in the moment I was a little mortified there.
What is your favorite show? Your personal favorite show?
Cosmic Journey, my freshman year show.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's freshman years is like their favorite, and I don't know if it's like maybe the best, but it's always their favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the perfect way to put it. And there's not really a sense of what makes the a show like the best
Hmm.
show, but I mean, my freshman year, it was my brother was drum major, which was really fun. Had its moments, but it was really fun overall. Um, and I actually played trumpet that year. Played mellophone the next 2 years. Just overall, the music was so much fun to play. Um, the sets were fantastic. Everyone was really into the music, really into the show, and yeah, it was just so much fun. And not saying that the other years weren't so much fun, they
Hmm.
were, but just comparing the 8th grade, just comparing my 8th grade year to ninth grade year, ninth grade was just so much better just
Hmm.
because I had marching band.
Yeah, it's all new to you too, and you're not expecting anything. It's just take it
Yeah,
in as
and
it comes.
yeah. And you have nothing to base it off of. You have nothing to compare it to.
Mm.
And because the Salem band program is so strong, I mean, that first year is kind of like a smack in the face of, holy cow, this is a big deal.
Hmm. But it pays off in the end. I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
always does.
definitely.
Yeah.
So throughout your 4 years of being in uh, this marching band, the Pride of Salem. Is there anything that you can give to the freshmen coming up?
Like some advice.
Some advice, yeah, some advice to the freshmen coming up, or just anyone in general.
Um, let's see. Well, to the freshmen, I would just say, well, to freshmen, not necessarily in marching band, and just coming into the band program overall, you're about to be a part of something fantastic. Uh, give it, give it a couple months before you make the call on whether you want to stop doing it or not, because first couple months of high school, it's not easy for anyone. So, but I can promise you that band will definitely become some sort of a safe place for any freshmen that are in there. Whether you're in marching band or not, just the band program is just very accepting. So just trust in that, and that'll make sure you get through high school.
Mhm.
For those coming up into marching band, I would just say definitely what I just said. The band program is very accepting, so never worry about whether you're going to fit in, because the main focus of this is to accept everyone. But I would also just say, give it all that you have, because everyone relies on everyone else in this group to be giving 100% effort. And even though you're a freshman, even though you're kind of confused a lot, it's okay. Just give it all you got, and it'll pay off in the end. And just do that every year, and every year will be fantastic no matter what, as long as you're giving it everything you have.
It does pay off in the end. Um, so this quarantine that we're going through, it's kind of hard to motivate yourself to do much. But one thing
Yes.
that we need to do is continue to play our instruments. Can you maybe give us some pointers on how to schedule your practicing and how to get motivated to practice?
Yes. All right. So, from what I've seen, I'm giving lessons to a couple of people right now, and this has worked for them, and just most people that, I mean, I think everyone that I've told this to, it's worked for. If you're ever just sitting around doing nothing and you're thinking, wow, I should probably be practicing right now, but you really just don't want to. And trust me, I know that feeling. That probably happens a lot to me. I'm just sitting around, especially now it's spring break. There's not a lot to do. And my French horn is like 15 feet away. And I'm just thinking, it's, I could be practicing, but I'm not going to. I just start listening to music, especially things that have French horn in it. And it kind of gets me motivated to start practicing. And I mean, I could be listening to music for 3 minutes, maybe it's 15 minutes. I just really have to get my head in the right place to practice. Otherwise, I'm not going to practice well. I
Mm-hmm.
might practice for a long period of time, but it's practicing is 100%. If you're playing something that you don't like to play, then, I mean, obviously, if it's a playing test or something, get over it. Do the playing test. That's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's some exercise that it's just kicking your butt and you don't know what to do about it, just take a couple steps back. Play something that you know is challenging, but that you know that you have played and played well before. Play that, kind of get your head in the game again, and then take another shot at the thing that was just more difficult. And a lot of the time, it will work.
Thank you, Caroline.
You're welcome.